Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Iggy's Bodybuilding Camp. In today's video I'm going to show you a high volume push workout. You'll see all the highlights of all the different exercises that I do, and as always I will discuss various training topics that come to mind during the workout. This was the week following my 10,000 calorie challenge, which if you haven't seen, make sure you go back and watch it. It is the very previous video. And as expected, because of all the calories that I ate this week, the sessions were awesome. I had so much energy. Started off by doing 3 sets on squats at 100 kilos for 12 reps for each of the sets, and then for the 4th set I threw in some pause reps. So you will see as I go down, I pause for 3 seconds. I'll count it down in the next rep. 1, 2, 3, and back up again. Down. 1, 2, 3, and back up again. If you've never utilized pause reps in your training, I highly recommend you start using it. It is basically another form of time under tension. Keep the weight reasonable and just rep it out till you basically can't do any more reps, and that time under tension where you're holding the contracted position of that rep for about 3 seconds, driving loads of blood into the muscle, creating an amazing pump, and then exploding on the way up. That combination of time under tension and explosiveness gives you a crazy pump. It's a great way of taking your muscle to failure in a safe way, because the weight that you're using is one that doesn't put too much stress on your joints. I love to use this on the leg extension machine as well. Always utilize it as the last set of whichever exercise you're doing. Use it as a finisher, and I promise you the pump you'll get will be crazy. Then I moved on to the calf presses on the seated leg press machine. I've mentioned this in past videos. When it comes to calves, because the range of motion is so small, you need to do high volume. So I did 4 sets of 25 and absolutely annihilated my calves. Then I just wanted to show you guys a couple of exercises that I do to keep my rotator cuffs healthy and in good working order. Use a lightweight, and I do these horizontal rotator cuff exercises and then this vertical rotator cuff exercise, and then I follow it up with a little bit of shoulder joint mobility work where I'm stretching out the shoulder girdle and really loosening up the joint. With my shoulder joint nice and warm, I moved on to the incline dumbbell press, really working those upper pecs, getting a good stretch and a nice squeeze at the top. Again, you can see I never lock my elbows because I'm trying to keep the tension in the pec, in the muscle. Time under tension, guys, as I've mentioned, and good strict form throughout, especially on this exercise where it's very easy to damage your shoulders. You know, work with a weight that you're comfortable with. I did anywhere between 15 to 18 reps, and then I moved on to the flat bench. I really like this machine because it requires a real wide grip, and I can then isolate and work the outer pec to get that mass. I follow this up with 3 variations of the cable flies. The first is a decline, so you set the ropes high and you're pulling downwards, so you're working the lower pec, and again try and keep the form strict, try and get a real good squeeze. The squeeze is really important. Then you can see I moved the cables down so that they're parallel with my shoulders, and then I'm working the middle chest. Again, good squeeze, working the inner portion of the chest, and here you then move it down and you're working the upper pec, upper inner portion of your pec. Strict form throughout. Pick a weight that you're comfortable with, that you can really rep it out and get a lot of high volume out of. Follow this up with the shoulder press machine. Now, why do I sit with my head facing the pad? Because it's mimicking the behind the neck movement, but it's a safer way of doing it, and it's great for working the lateral head as well as the rear delts. I then pair it up with some shoulder pressing the normal way, and again this is just your typical working the front and lateral heads of the deltoid. finishing off my workout with 3 variations of tricep exercises on the cable machine. First variation is the tricep pull downs, working the short head of the tricep, the lower portion. Then I did some tricep pullovers. This is working the long head of the triceps, the upper portion, the thicker part of your tricep. As you can see guys, lots of reps, high volume, getting a good pump. Finished off with some tricep kickbacks on the cable machine. Highly recommend this exercise, creates an amazing pump in the long head of the tricep. Decided to take advantage of that post-workout pump and pose it out under some good lighting. Managed to drop the water weight after eating all those calories following the 10,000 calorie challenge and get back to that level of leanness I was at following the diet. Anyway guys, that's the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Please remember to comment, like, share and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Keep living the life. Be the best version of yourself that you can be. And I'll see you next time.